Many voters are already regretting voting for Trump, and he hasn't even been inaugurated yet. They already feel let down based on Trump's questionable cabinet picks and because they clearly didn't do their due diligence. In this video, we'll take a look at some comments from people who regret casting their vote for Trump and those who know of people who have the same regret. We'll also take a look at some hilarious posts because we could all use a good laugh. Grab a beverage and a snack and let's get into it. I met 3 Trump voters who already regret it because they thought tariffs meant China would pay the US more to buy Chinese goods instead of us paying more for Chinese goods. We're so cooked. Arab Americans in Dearborn, Michigan who voted for Trump are voicing their regret over their decision. One said, "He's going to target us and our families. It's going to hurt. I warned these people, but they didn't listen. I regret voting for Trump. I'll reiterate that I live in an always very red state, so it didn't matter, but I still symbolically am starting to feel quite dumb about it. Woman in my mom's group approved of a termination ban. Grew a human with her disagreeable husband. Husband now left. She voted for Trump because he's trad. She is now complaining Trump might take her Social Security because she didn't think it applied to her. Only immigrants. I want off this planet. Can't stand Matt Gaetz. If I would have known this, I would never have voted for Trump. Was an undecided. Regret now." For those of you who are unfamiliar with Matt Gaetz, he was previously under investigation by the Justice Department for his alleged involvement with people who play in the minor league, if you get my drift, though the probe concluded without charges. Moving on. Coworker yelled at me because she regrets voting for Trump. Girl, live with your decision. Don't yell at me. Our Secretary of Defense. And Trump's. My mom regrets voting Trump. Everyone in my family voted Trump but me. I can't stand being around them. It's not fun being surrounded by people filled with such hate. Nonetheless, I voted for the person who would protect those I love most. My friends, not my family. And I don't regret it. A true story. One of my employees, a former DACA recipient who became a U.S. citizen through marriage, recently shared his reasons for voting for Trump. His parents, who are undocumented, have worked hard to make a life here. His father in construction and his mother in medical equipment manufacturing. Despite the risks, he feels the need to protect them, especially now. His choice to support Trump was driven by concerns over inflation, which he believes has made it increasingly hard for his parents to make ends meet on their wages. He wasn't aware of the mass deportation narrative until he started getting text messages from people saying, "Pack your bags," people not realizing he is actually a U.S. citizen now. He started researching it, and now he is utterly terrified for his 2 parents. Tell me why this guy in my class was like, "Yeah, I voted for Trump and then realized that a lot of my family are in danger of being deported, so I regret it." Some clowns voted for Trump because they wanted him to get rid of Obamacare, not knowing the Affordable Care Act is Obamacare and keeping them alive. I just talked to a cashier at the grocery store and she said, "Now that Trump won, I can get $25,000 for a down payment on a house." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said she voted for Trump because she heard he was going to help her buy a house. I said, "That was Kamala." Trump is dismantling the Department of Education for 4 reasons. 1. Uneducated people vote for Republicans. 2. To allow red states to whitewash history. 3. To funnel tax dollars into private for-profit Christian schools that promote the patriarchy. 4. Project 2025 said to do it. Anyways, we got uninvited from Thanksgiving because I will not mingle with my Trump-supporting family members. LOL. No regrets. I will not have my daughter around people who spew such hatred towards marginalized groups. So people are Googling the top 2 things. What is a tariff? And can I change my vote? And those things should tell us everything we need to know about this election. She voted for Trump. Now she fears losing the Obamacare plan that saved her life. It's been an exciting few days of gloating of the win, but I'm hardening myself for the inevitable Trump betrayal of his campaign promises. We all know it's coming, and it will be 4 years of self-inflicted blunders while his most ardent supporters blame him not understanding DC. Los Angeles LGBT members say she's been disowned by her friends for voting for Trump. She claims she has been exiled by the LGBT community for supporting Trump. She says she feels like she's alone, and it's painful. My friend said there is no way Project 2025 can happen, so he voted for Trump. And there you have it. The best advice that I can offer to those with regrets is to do better research next time. And regardless of what happens in the next 4 years, don't get discouraged about the democratic process. While it's important to hold elected officials accountable, it's also important for citizens to stay engaged and continue participating in the democratic process. Whether you believe it or not, your vote really does matter, so choose wisely. In the tapestry of democratic society, every citizen's vote represents a thread that weaves together the fabric of our collective governance. Yet, too often, individuals underestimate the profound impact of their participation in the electoral process. Elections are not merely periodic events, but sacred opportunities for citizens to shape their collective future. When we step into the voting booth, we are not just selecting candidates, but exercising a fundamental right that generations before us fought and sometimes died to secure. Each ballot cast is a testament to the principles of self-determination and representative government. Voter participation is the lifeblood of a healthy democracy. Low turnout undermines the very foundation of democratic representation. When significant portions of the population remain silent, the resulting government reflects only a narrow slice of societal perspectives. Conversely, high participation ensures that elected officials truly represent the diverse voices and interests of their entire community. Moreover, elections are about more than national leadership. Local elections, for school boards, city councils, and county commissions, often have the most direct impact on our daily lives. These smaller races determine policies about education, infrastructure, public safety, and community development. By participating in these elections, citizens directly influence the quality of life in their immediate surroundings. Some argue that a single vote doesn't matter, but history is replete with examples of elections decided by razor-thin margins. In numerous instances, local and national races have been determined by mere dozens or hundreds of votes. Your participation could be the decisive factor that tips the balance. Beyond the immediate electoral outcome, consistent participation creates a culture of civic engagement. When more people vote, politicians become more accountable, responsive, and attuned to their constituents' needs. Voting is not just a right, but a powerful mechanism of social accountability. In conclusion, democracy is not a spectator sport. It requires active, informed, and committed participation from every citizen. By casting your ballot, you honor the struggles of those who secured this right, contribute to the collective decision-making process, and affirm your stake in our shared societal journey. Your vote is your voice. Make it heard. Let me know what you think about these regrets in the comments below, and feel free to share your own regrets or those of people you know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe or follow for more content like this. Thanks for watching.